No 299. It has to be perfect 300. So I have written some example. So I've written, say, I want Joe wants a white color Mercedes Benz. He wants a car, for example. So Bobby Joe will write specifically Bobby Joe's white color Mercedes Benz GLS AMG. That's the model number. Then Bobby Joe's 3,000 square feet house in Pedder Road, Mumbai. So when you're writing, my dear friends, you have to be specific. The more specific you are, the better it is going to be. I want, I will have, I desire. There is no need to write all those things. The apostrophe S takes care of everything. Your apostrophe S takes care of everything, which means you have already said it. This is yours. Like Hemant Kumar's 3000 3000 BHK in Pedder Road. Hemant Kumar's Mercedes Benz, Hemant Kumar's helicopter, Hemant Kumar's uh, a bungalow a bungalow in Goa uh, on a land of 1 acre, whatever. So you've got to be very specific. Whatever you're writing, you've got to be very specific. So this way, you start writing and you reach the number 300. Okay. Can we have the next slide? Okay. Now, when you reach the number 300, again, you need to seal it. What you need to do is you need to seal it again with a symbol, and that symbol is the infinity symbol. So you've put your symbols up, you've put your name, you put your desires 300, and you finished writing 300, and back you have put that symbol. You have put that symbol, and this completes your list. That is it. This is part one. You have done it. You have done a great job. Take my word, my dear friends. Whatever I'm telling you, it is sounding very simple. It is very simple, but at the same time, it's highly scientific. The energy moves. It moves in a way that you will be flabbergasted. You just would wonder, oh my God, wow, it happened. Because you are a part of the universe and universe is a part of you. And whenever you write, remember, my dear friends, anything that you write, the moment you touch your pen to the paper, whatever you write, even if you write your name one time, Hemant, for example, you're writing that 6,000 times. That's the volume. This is how it works. That's how the science works. So this is a very powerful medium. You need not write 100 times, I want this, I want this, I want this, period. Write one time, all the desires, 300 desires, seal it, job done. Job done. This is one part of it. Okay? Now, let's move ahead from here. Any questions here? So far, so good?
Uh, we have people listening. I have a question, which is,
Yeah.
can we write less than 300?
Well, I am quoting myself, I'm stating myself once again. Exact 300. 301, 299, पूरा तीन 300, 300. एक कम नहीं, एक ज्यादा नहीं. पूरा 300.
So that is clarified again.
Yeah,
300 is what it has to be, the magic number.
yeah.
Okay, so Derek, uh, just give us a minute. We are almost 35 minutes into the session. And we having some questions coming here, but we'll take them up. Okay, we'll give you
Sure.
a breather for all those who have joined and who've missed this essential part. Of course, you can watch the recording, but right now we are live, and when it's a live session, the energy is very different. A very special guest, Dr. Derrick, again with us, world's most sought after graphologist. People, reach out to him from all areas of the planet and the globe, and we are lucky to have him with us. So please take notes, make notes, and one more thing which I want to share with you is Dr. Derrick has an NGO which is called the Anti-Hunger Squad, and we are, very much involved in going out and feeding the poor and feeding the children, especially in this time today. So I will have a banner up later on. Please, if you are welcome, if you feel that you have learned something, please go ahead and donate to the cause, or you can even come in as a volunteer. So if you're interested, please put in a comment and we'll take it forward. Great. So to continue, Doctor, are you ready?
I'm all set, Clancy.
Great. So we do have some questions, but I do believe that you will address them in the next session. So I will move on to the next slide and I will share.
All right. Now let's move ahead from here. Let's move ahead from here. Now we have the list ready of 300. Now what do I do after this? It's a question, what do I do? Okay, I have written. Is it that I've written it and job done? I need not do anything after that. You've got to do a lot after that. Yet again, it is very simple. What do you do after you finish eating your food? I need an answer. What do you do after you finish eating your food? You've washed your hands, you've done everything. What do you do after you finish eating your food? Which element do you add after that? Come on, people.
We're waiting for the answers.
Yeah, I'm waiting for
Actually,
the answers.
so,
I'm waiting for the
so,
answers.
so it's simple enough. Then you clean up after that. You do your
Yeah.
dishes.
Yes. And what element do you add after you finish eating your food?
You generally quench your thirst. You
Uh,
wash it down with water.
Perfect. 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 Now, after you eat your food, you drink water. Yeah. Now, why do we drink water? Because, we have the digestive juices in our belly. So, after 20 minutes, when you drink water, when water goes inside, it adds to the digestive juices and it helps the food which is gone inside your stomach to digest faster, to get the energy out of it, to absorb all the energy into the multiple parts of the body. Similarly, let's go to the slide. In this slide, you will see the 300 things, 300 what you have written, that is your food. And if you can see on the screen, the check marks, the red check marks, that is the water. These check marks are very important. Now, when do you put these check marks? Okay, that is a question. Let's go like this. You have written your 300, close it, keep it aside. Say after 10 days, you come and you open your list. Now, what do? You run through the list and you see if you have got anything out of that 300. And assuming you've got something in those 10 days from that list of 300, you have to put a check mark. You've got to put a tick mark, excuse me. You've got to put a, sorry, you've got to put a check mark. So, what does the check mark do? The check mark gives a domino effect. Very important. Which means whatever you have written there, I'll give you an example. You have written 300 things. The moment the check mark begins to come in, one, two, three check marks, take my word, you will begin to achieve your remaining things at a better pace. You will start getting it faster. In a simple language, you will start getting it faster. So the check mark is important. Tick it up. So when you tick it up, you've got it. That means you had some water. Your food is getting digested. What is the food? The food is at 300 numbers, what you've written. Your check mark is the water. When do you drink water? After you eat the food. So every 10 days, you come and check what's happening. Something has happened, check mark. Something has happened, check mark. Now, this is how you will begin to achieve the richness, the abundance. I'll tell you a lot more after this. There's a lot more. Let's finish off the slide because I'm waiting for the slide to get over and keep it aside completely.
Okay,
So,
so
so
moving
yeah,
on.
yeah. So on example basis, I've seen, what you should do, you know, you've seen the check marks on the previous pages, whatever. You just give a check mark, close it, and move it. Let's go to the next slide, Kanchi.
So I'm on the end of the
Oh,
slide with the ticks.
oh, great. So we 15 minutes over. It's more than 15 minutes. Actually, as I said, the main thing would take 15 minutes. The other masala came in too much, so we are we have overshot the time.
No, no, we have time. So we are. I'm on slide number 9. You can
Okay.
see the slide, right? Okay. So
Yeah,
shall I
I
move to
can
the
see.
next one?
Yeah, move
Okay.
to the
So I'm
next slide
moving to the
because
next one. The guidelines.
oh yes, the guidelines. Okay, okay, the
Everyone,
guide.
please listen with your ears peeled.
My dear
Okay.
friends, open up your ears fully. Open up your hearts. Open up your ears. Open up your soul, your spirit, everything now. Keep your pen ready if you need to make notes because this is very, very important. Okay. Rule number one. Now, there are guidelines. You call it guidelines, you call it rules, whatever you call it. These are simple ones. You follow it, you have it. Once your list is ready of 300, zero editing, which means avoid cancellation, avoid overwriting, etc. Once your list of 300 is ready, period. Leave it alone. Okay? Now, when you're writing your list of 300, when you're writing your list of 300, you
It's
have to
2045.
you have to write it in one go. You have to write it in one go. Meaning, you take your book. I would say take a dedicated book for this. Take a dedicated book for this. Take your pen, start writing. No copying. No previously, don't keep it ready and start copying. Avoid it. You can think and keep. Take your time. Write it after a week, after a month. Think of your list of 300. Take my word, when you start writing for yourself, you will realize there is so much more to write. You will actually start writing for your family, for your children, for your neighbors, for your friends, for everybody. There is a lot in this 300. There's a lot. So when you're writing, your base rule is once you begin to write, you have to finish it. You can get up for your washroom break, you can have water in between, but you cannot write and then go do a little cooking, come back and sit. You cannot make a call, you cannot attend a call. So dedicate a time, 1 hour, 2 hours, 3 hours, 4 hours, depends. Whatever it is, dedicated time for this 300. Very important. What happens when you're writing this 300, you start unlocking a lot of things in your neurosystem. This is, I told you, my dear friend, these are all scientific things. It's not somebody comes and says, okay, fine, you do this and you'll get this. This is scientific. The moment you start writing, you begin to unlock. You actually begin to unlock. And I'm telling you, get back to me. Get back to me in 1 month's time and tell me how much you have achieved. Do get back to us and let us know how much you have achieved. You have achieved one, you have achieved three, you have achieved five, you have achieved two, you have achieved zero. You will achieve and you will go on achieving it. I told you the domino effect of the tick mark. Remember to do that. Okay. Now, next guideline, check your list once in 30 days. See, I'm being specific. Check your list once in 30 days or three times in 30 days. It's up to you. That's how the period works. That's how the energy, that's how the cycle of number three and the number 300 works. That is why the T, these are the T. That's why you put the symbol T. I've not written 300. I have my reasons for writing that. I have my reasons for writing that. Okay. So check your list once, mark it in your calendar. Check your list once in 30 days or three times in 30 days. In your simple language, three times a month or once a month. Okay. Now, next. Again, I come to the same thing. Every time you achieve something, when you go to check it, put a check mark, put a check mark, put a check mark. Remember to put your check mark. Very important. Okay. Next one. In that list of 300, we call it the T list. Amongst your T list, make sure you put a minimum of three easily achievable things. There's a reason. Out of 300, put three easily achievable things in your list. I'll give a simple example. I may write, uh, you know, Hemant Kumar's, and one of the easy achievable, I'll write rupees 1000 in my purse. Bobby Joe's 500 pounds in my daily purse. As simple as that, which is achievable. So that way, think of also think of three very easy achievable things and put it out there because we want the domino effect. And to get the domino effect, you have to put a check mark. And to get the check mark, it has to be easy. This is again, my dear friends, I teach children in who are tall right from they are very young, like 3.5, 4 year, the power of the tick mark. My kiddos, uh, 3.5 or 6, they know the power of the tick check mark. They want to do something, they do this, a check mark, finished, and they are on it. The moment you put a check mark, there's a change in your neurosystem. It works amazing. Okay, so Glancy, let's have the slide.
Yes,
It's very
sure.
important. Yeah.
So this has been absolutely fascinating. I've been like completely riveted by
Yeah.
this.
Yeah, the teachers put a check mark. The teachers don't know why they're putting a check mark, but the check mark has deep science behind it. Okay, Glancy, go to the top slide. Go to the top slide. There was something which I wanted to tell you guys. Okay,
Yes. Point number
and the
five, I think.
point number five, I'll tell you later.
Okay.
That was not point number five. I want to tell you something about yeah. Go to slide number three.
All right.
Okay, go to slide number three.
So,
Yeah, this slide. Yeah, okay.
okay, let me just magnify it a bit.
Yeah, okay. Thanks. Yeah. So when you see this slide, my dear friends, you see first, as I repeat again, you have to put the symbol of the sun. The symbol of the sun, the zero with a dot, that's the symbol of the sun. Because sun is the nearest star for the planet, for our planet. And in our solar system, there's a brightest star. Sun is a star that's nearest to us, which gives us energy. So we begin with the sun. And then you put your 300 immediate, the T sign, that's your 300 immediately. Why? Because you want to nurture it, you want to grow it. Where do you put your seed? You don't put your seed on top of your cupboard, not on a hanger, not on your dry line there. You put it in the ground. So that is the ground level. The T is at the ground level. That's where your richness will grow. And as soon as you put that sign, you come to the alpha side. Alpha means the beginning. Alpha begins. And when something begins, it has to end. So you put the omega out there. And in between the alpha and the omega, you need to keep your engine running. You need to keep everything running. You need the fuel to keep it going. That is life. And the life is the infinity symbol right in the center, which makes your sun, your T, your requirement, the 300, your alpha, your omega, everything running. That is the soul. The infinity sign is the soul which makes everything run out there. It makes it run. And again, I told you when you finish 300, again put the infinity sign so it matches. It has a coordination between the two, it has an energy coordination. It's like the two wheel of a motorbike. You need both the wheels to keep on running exactly the same way. You need to have these symbols plus your infinity sign, the beginning and the end. And voila, you've made it, buddy. You made it, my dear friends.
Wow.
Your richness is in your hands. Your richness is in your hands. And to make this happen, I told you the guidelines. Remember the guidelines. And I'm giving you the key factor of the guideline, the soul which will make it run. I have not given you the soul yet. I've not given you the soul. The soul comes now. If you ever had, or if you have had any differences with any of your parent, I repeat, if you ever had any differences, any challenges, any thoughts, negative thoughts with your parents, my dear friends, if you have your parents around, take my word, ask your parents for forgiveness. Make good with your parents first. Your parents have given you the greatest thing, and that is the gift of life. In this situation, right now, you ask anybody, what do you want? They will say, we want food to eat, we want to be alive, being alive. And your parents they have given you birth, they've given you life, life. After giving you life, the responsibility is over. So if you feel your parents have not given you this and that, chuck it out of the window. Get back to your parents. Speak your heart out. It is not about saying sorry. Speak your heart out one on one with your parent. No matter what your parent says, it's okay. It's fine. It's good. And if you don't have your parent, for some of us, our parents are not with us. I'm one of them. Sit in your space. Just sit in your space. Take your time. Sit in your space. Talk to both your parents separately. Knowingly, unknowingly, we default in life. That's life. That's what life is. Otherwise, we all would be saints. I wouldn't be sitting here giving you all these things. We all would be, amazing things. And take my word, my dear friends, your richness, your abundance, your money, everything gets affected because it is related to your parent. I wonder if anyone would ever tell you this, but take my word, your parents' energy is there in you, around you, and if there are hitches out there, take my word, sort it out because all this 300 on all the symbols is equal to zero if you have not worked it out with your parent. You need to work it out. Okay?
Derek,
There are
that's amazing. I think we need to give a moment for this to sink in because it's like After all the science of everything, you reach the core of humanity. And people who are watching, we have people who are glued with us. And this is invaluable, absolutely invaluable. I won't say it's advice, I will say it's a heartfelt expression. So please, all those who are listening, I'm sure it resonates with you.
I have clients, my dear friends. I've had clients who had issues with abundance in their life in terms of wealth, money, whatever you call it. And this was one of the advices where many people have, taken it up, and they are so happy today. Not just that they have, you know, got it evened out with their parents, but they are actually rich. The blessings that will come in, my dear friends. Even Derek Angels cannot do this for you. What your parents can do for you. I'm just nobody out here. I'm just passing it on to you. And when you have something like this, my dear friends, I'll tell you, just go out there and give. Giving makes you rich. That's all I have to tell you right now. Giving makes you rich. That that's it. That's it, my dear friends. I'm done for now. If you have any questions, I'll take it up.
This was absolutely, I'm shaken myself. I'm sure that people have the same. So we have people who are commenting as well. But I think everybody has got into the silence of themselves, and words, I think, are inadequate right now. So please, yeah, so people are just kind of shell shocked at this moment. Thank you,
Uh,
Derek. I mean,
you
amazing.
know, it's what Glancy. I'll tell you something. I speak with experience. I speak with experience. You know, I've seen. I have clients all over the planet, and they are all human beings. They are just divided by borders and colors and whatever it is. And I'm telling you, at the end of the day, the answer to your abundance lies with your parents. No classroom can give you what your parents can give you. I'm telling you this, the moment you speak to your parent, maybe your parent might hit back at you, but I'll assure you one thing. Within the heart of hearts, my dear friends, if your parents are around and if you speak this, even if your parent gives you sounding on the phone or in person, deep in the heart, your parents will cry and bless you. And that is the beginning of your journey to your being rich in 15 minutes. It's not Derrick Angels, it's your parent.
Wow, wonderful, Derek. It was an amazing session today. Today's session, I think, has been one of the absolute, I don't know what to say, I think invaluable, because you've not only shared, you've given a bit of yourself to us, and we accept with a lot of respect. So we have people who are commenting, and people who are moved by this. Thank you so much for this. Thank you so much for this, and for your time. And please let your comments keep coming in. Please do share this stream with people that you care about, that you want to share this knowledge with. So please, tag your friends in FB, share it with your loved ones, with your friends, your family, people who you want to see prosper. And as you can see the title, we have not mentioned a title which says money. We are talking about richness, we are talking about wealth, we are talking about abundance of spirit, the spirit of giving, the spirit of receiving. So we are talking more than money. Yes, money is very important, but it is one of those things of life. So this has been an absolute fantastic session. And Derek, I don't know what to say, but a big thank you. And just as final words, I'm requesting that, as per most of our sessions that we have, we have an NGO or a fund which we contribute to. So we have started up this anti-hunger squad right now because people are really starving. If you feel that you want to contribute, no matter how small an amount, okay, please do so. I've given a UPI. To know more about this fund, please, write into Step Up or to Alu Connect, and we will be very happy to share. We're looking for people who can help us with their time, their energies, their hands, and of course, if possible, with money. So thank you so much. Thank you, Derek, for being with us. And
Uh,
this is
before
memorable.
before before we leave, if you can see this, we are
Yes.
all out there. We go every week and we do whatever we can to feed the children across. So, my dear friends, I love you all and thank you for all your support.
Thank you so much, Derek. And so from the entire team, and we still have comments coming in. People are mentioning two words and inner peace, and I think you've really touched them today. Thank you so much. And that's all that I can say. Thank you and have a good evening.
Thank you, friends, and have a lovely evening, lovely week ahead. And I love you all as ever. God bless.
Yes, and please, I personally, this is my personal request to y'all. Do do this exercise, okay? I will be doing it, okay? And I'm sure everyone else who has been listening will do it. You will have positive results, okay? Write into us, report it to us. We want to hear. Okay, so please, on that note, thank you, good night, and we'll see you in our next session. Thank you so much. Thank you, Dr. Derek, and
Thank you,
bye bye.
Blanty. Bye bye. Good night. Thank you.
Bye bye.